Brothers and sisters, take a deep breath in. Ready, babe? You stupid, silly. Not funny. So, we're here to speak about the code to life. And we woke up this morning and we decided, well, this is something we want to speak on. Because where do the languages come from?
They originated, obviously, somewhere. Every continent has another language, and they all must have originated somewhere, right?
Correct. And what did you ask me about that?
Are they all connected? Like, they're kind of like
Of course.
in code.
I think
it's a code, right?
So yes, that's exactly what she asked me. Now speak slower. So she asked me, well, if it's encoded, well, what could it mean? And I said, well, I had a simple reply, and I said, well, in my opinion, it's just binary, it's ones and zeros. And then something occurred to me. It's the cheat code to life. Now, if you don't know this, you can read the English language forwards, right, babe? And what else can you read it? Backwards, right? Do I smell good?
You still smell so good.
Well, babe, talk to us. We want to know your opinion about the cheat code to life.
It's all sounds, right? It's all sounds.
And
When we
vibration,
talk,
right?
It's all sounds.
And
so
vibration.
what is the code that brings it all together?
That's a good question. It's energy. So if you think about it, so I wonder what we speak in. That's a good question. So 432 hertz is a healing energy. So when she speaks to me in a loving manner, and this is the reason why I always say, watch your tone of voice to people. Now, there's an individual that's harassing me named Chief Handler. Shout out to Chief Handler. It's obviously my...
Chief out to head Chandler.
You dummy. And I'm not talking about her, I'm talking about the idiot. If you don't know the time, brothers and sisters, believe in yourself. So there's a pattern. Look at all the birds. Look at that.
Whoa.
How cool is that?
They're so beautiful.
They are. So there's a whole code truly behind languages. And when I say code, it goes forwards and it goes backwards. That's right. The backwards man. I could talk and walk as fast as you can. So
no, backwards man. I can walk back as fast as you can.
Okay, whatever. So 432 hertz is a healing vibration energy. This is the reason why you need to watch your tone with people, particularly if you're writing. Shout out again to Chief Handler, to the person who I believe is my stepfather, who tried to raise me, and he's just an angry person.
Chief out to manhandler.
He's a manhandler, right? He thinks he is. He's a woman beater. He's a wife beater. But that's neither here nor there. I don't even know who he is. I don't care. That's not the point. So watch your tone of voice. And this is the reason why it's important. And I want to give my thanks and praises right now to everybody that watches my channel. I want to say thank you to you if you have not subscribed. We would both appreciate if you subscribe. Ain't that right, babe? That's right.
I see sixes in the sky.
That's weird. I do too. Anyhow, so if 432 hertz, and this might not make it to YouTube, we're just practicing here. 432 hertz is the healing vibration, okay? And she speaks to me in good code and in a good tone of voice, right, baby? Speak to me in a nice tone of voice.
There are so many ethnicities out there, and they all do speak the same language, but I do know the code.
You do, or do we both do?
We both know the code.
Yeah, there is a whole code to it. We're not going to get into it, but that's neither here nor there. So this is the reason why I say watch your tone of voice, because it's important how you speak to people. So if you're going to speak to people in a loving manner, you're going to receive a loving tone back. Isn't that right, baby cakes?
Tone is important.
It's very important. Now, your tone of voice, why does it matter? Because if you speak people to like this, and you're like, yo, you piece of shit, nobody wants to hear you. But if you speak to people like this, listen to me, please. I have something important I want to tell you. People are going to want to listen to you. Plain and simply said. Now, there's a cheat code to life, and everything is encoded, literally encoded. Now, I say encoded, if we live in a simulation, thank you. YouTube looking fly. Backwards and forwards. So, yes, you're a good teacher. So if this really is a cheat code, you need to understand, which it is a cheat code. There's patterns to it, right? So, in a person with a very negative vibration, what are you gonna find? What kind of pattern?
It's a low gravity.
It's a low. Well, actually, yeah, you're right. It's a low gravity pattern, which is low negative vibration pattern.
And then a positivity is a high gravity.
I like that. I've never heard that, but I think that's beautiful. High gravity, right?
What do you think is a low gravity and a high gravity?
Who, me?
Um,
Okay, she wants to know down in the comments below, and she's speaking serious. Trust me, my wife is highly intelligent. Go ahead. What was your question?
I'm a brainiac.
Okay, Brainiac. What is low gravity and high gravity? What do you mean in terms of speaking?
You explain.
In terms of speaking, tone of voice, what is low gravity, what is high gravity? We would like to know in the comments below. So, if you haven't subscribed by now, please subscribe. We appreciate y'all very much. And this is just practice. We're just practicing because we know some things that you don't know, and we'd like to share it with you. Well, there's some things we can't talk about. So, for example, what do you do? What makes you feel good, babe? Like, what do you like to do that makes you feel really good about yourself? I know what it is.
Worshipping God.
That's a good one. That's a really... Yes, worshiping God. Do you want to get married?
Yes.
Because we are married, right? We're almost there.
Yeah.
We're very close to being married. That's why I call her my wifey.
This is my husband.
Your hubby? Oh, I love you. So, this is high... We have a high gravity relationship. There you go. I said it. Now, in terms of 3, 6, 9, vibration, energy, and frequency, you can make or break a person depending how you talk to them. Now, if you talk down to an individual, like your wifey or your hubby, they're going to want to, well, one, they're probably not going to want to be with you, okay? So, and this is the real importance of speaking highly, even to your foes, even to the people you don't like. Speak softly, but carry a big stick, as President FDR said at one point. Now, I've acknowledged, for example, and I've been speaking about Donald Trump recently, well, because he's entered my mind a lot, because, well, one, I saw him, shout out to Donald Trump, you are the man. But if you watch the way and his mannerisms and the way he speaks with a very light tone, but he carries a big stick with him. So, that's the reason why you can soothe somebody's soul with the way you speak, but you can also bring somebody down with somebody, even if you're speaking in that nice tone, you can still bring somebody down. But if you're speaking in a bad tone and you want to bring somebody down, well, it ain't gonna work. So again, back to the individual that is, and I'm not even gonna state his name because he doesn't deserve the time or day, but he's speaking all this negative. But the thing is, he can't figure it out because, well, we've outsmarted him. It's called outwitting the devil agenda. And is he the devil? Well, what would you think after all the comments you saw?
Yes.
He's devilish. He's not a good person, right? And I would say that we're godly. We're godly like people. We love God. I love God. I'll speak for myself. I know she loves God. But if you look at the way this person, if you go down in my comments, he is commenting on everything. Now, we know who it is. And right now, there's probably an investigation going on right now. And they're going to find out who it is because, well, with the videos I'm dropping, I'm only telling my truth. And the man tried to take my freedom of speech away. And it's not going to happen. So if you want to bring something good to the table or negative, that's entirely up to you. But if you're doing something wrong, I highly recommend you don't bring negative things to the table. Now, that is speaking in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. Now, I'm a good person. She's baby, I love you and you're a wonderful person. And that's the reason why we speak good to you and speak good about other people, because when you find yourself speaking bad about other people, what is that saying about yourself? Let me state that again. If you find yourself speaking negatively about other people, what is that internally saying about yourself? You're basically saying, well, I'm a negative person, and I'm speaking about somebody else, and I'm speaking in terms of negative vibration, energy, and you're probably depressed if you're speaking like that. Because obviously anybody who speaks in that tone of voice or even writes negative things, well, internally you're hurting. Do I empathize with these people? I do, but at the same time I don't, because they're obviously hurting so bad inside that they don't have no problem hurting somebody else physically and mentally. Okay, so we're talking about really mentally ill people, and this is again why you watch your tone of voice and be careful how you speak to people. This is podcast number 4, brothers and sisters, my children. Right, babe? This is podcast number 4.
Right.
Anything else you want to add? Because we're just keeping it brief. This is just a little bit of practice. But practice makes perfect. And I want to give my thanks and praises to God. Honestly, I do.
Just don't be afraid to go look in the grass, look for things you can find, and it's
Snakes
your own little
particularly.
treasure hunt.
Yeah, look for the snakes in the grass. And if you can't find them, mow your grass. Should we just leave it at that? Yeah.
Yeah.
With that said, who do you want to give your thanks and praises to?
In God we trust.
In God we trust. Yo, in God we trust. That we do. I want to give my thanks and praises to God. I want to give my thanks and praises to the universe. I want to give my thanks and praises to my wifey, who I love dearly. And I finally got her. She's not scared of the camera anymore. She's not scared of the camera. But you know, we spread a good message, and that's what we're here to do. And another thing, actually, I want to bring this up is right now, what am I seeing is a lot of people, and the reason why I made this video this morning about how it's people, right, how human touch is so important. By me going like this, she can feel my energy going through her body. Some of us are natural healers. I'm one of them. I'm an indigo child. She's a woman. Okay? All women are natural healers, and that's the reason why I say women are the future, particularly for men that's been hurt. Now, not all men, because for some reason, some men still like to go out on a limb and hurt each other and hurt other people. But I just want to let you all know, we're not here to do that. We're not here to hurt you. We're here to uplift you and let you know that we love you ultimately, and we appreciate you.
We're uplifting you.
Yes, that's exactly right. But we're also giving you knowledge that we've acquired and a set of skills that we've acquired. But we can't give you that set of skills. But we can give you the knowledge that we've acquired over these years. And if we added up both of our age, what would it come out to be? I know what it is.
67.
5. We got 65 years together. Are we old? No, you are. She's old. I love you. And I love you guys very much, and you girls very much. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching
the podcast is what it is. It's called a podcast.
the podcast.
And again, I want to give my thanks and praise to God. My shout out to Donald Trump. You're doing an excellent job, and I really appreciate you, Mr. President. My shout out to the universe, of course, and ultimately right now, a shout out to my wife, because you know what? She doesn't have to be on here with me, but she is a female and she's precious, just like all you females that watch my channel. You all are very precious, and that's the reason why I say you're the future. And with that said, may peace be with you. Also with
you.
Now, love will always prevail, and we'll prove it. Peace.